150, Jimmy Cabs, Behold the Monolith, bandwagon Dodger hats. All right, here's the deal. You're familiar with Matt Price, Behold the Monolith. We've chatted with him before. You're familiar with the Behold the Monolith incredible fucking story of overcoming tragedy, perseverance, staying truly dedicated, and definitely, and I mean this sincerely, and I don't mean no offense, you should buy a fucking lotto ticket. Once, twice, third time. Why don't you introduce yourself, darling? I know you have a very, very difficult name. I'm going to try to pronounce it correctly, but I've been told you're cool with just being called Kate?
Yeah, that's true.
All right, but you have a very lovely, difficult name. Ekaterina Gorbacheva?
Ekaterina Gorbacheva.
Fuck, well, we're going to go with Kate. Here's the deal. You are the new vocalist at Behold the Monolith. You've been playing with them for about a year, roughly?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just saw your performance with Behold the Monolith for the first time, and let me just say this. I've been a longtime fan of the band, not only because of the true sincerity in the music and overall, obviously, the musical talent, but also the fact that these guys have been through so much as a band, where other bands would not even withstand a fraction of the real-world life tragedies and problems, and we go on and on with that. You've persevered, and here you come into play. My question to you real quick is, wow, not only the first time, Kevin McDade, and then with, let's look at my notes, here, because we don't want to make a mistake and offend anybody. Jordan Nelly, here you are. What I like about this performance is that the music has never been tarnished. The music has never been affected. What I liked about Jordan is he came in and he molded that music to his style, and it really took off well. I didn't think that could be repeated a third time, but you've actually taken it to a whole other level. You've brought elegance, you brought beauty, you brought femininity, but not in the usual Los Angeles marketing sexual way. You bring in a natural, truly aggressive, brutal, yet feminine and elegant style to an aggressive, heavy band. Was that something that you thought of when you first joined the band, or is this organic? Talk to me about that.
I think it's organic. I probably comes because of the culture. You know, I'm originally from Russia, and I only moved here when I was, I moved here 5 years ago, so I already was past 20. So as a person, I was shaped back in Russia, and it's a different thing. Like, my parents come from a different era, from Soviet Union, and something that overly sexual, it's considered to be very cheap there. Like, it has to come from the soul, from the heart. You have to be respected as a person, and then if you have, some other assets and you happen to be a female, that's a good bonus, but it's not the first thing. It's not what you market. And I've never really thought about it that way. I'm just being myself, and to be honest, one of the biggest things for me was to respect what Kevin did, what Jordan did, because I'm trying to do my best to, of course, give it my version, but still keep what I feel was very important about what they did, because Kevin's words are amazing. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that. Like, the way he sings, certain little things, where he puts the emotion, I'm trying to keep it as much as I can, for many reasons, because it was music that was written by him, and I really want to respect that, and, because of the whole story. And Jordan is actually a good friend of mine. And then another thing that I also really like that person, I respect him, and there are a lot of things he does that I cannot do either. Like, they're amazing, and I'm like trying to do my best to, keep all the amazing stuff people have brought, but then hopefully it's something else.
My mic. That's a great answer. No, not a problem. What I really liked is, like you mentioned, that you are keeping the true foundation of the band, but yet you're taking it upon yourself to not replicate or try to copy prior singers. You're molding it to your own. Which, question for you,
yes.
Is that something that you discussed with her when she joined the band, or is this organic? Because it just seems so perfect. Not the second time it went well. To do it the third time, that's impossible, dude. Most people would say, why not just stop the band and go on with a new endeavor? You've been fortunate to not only find Jordan, and now with Kate.
Well, it definitely wasn't forced.
You can hold the mic,
I can. Okay. All right.
Sherry.
The question was whether it was organic
Yeah, like, did you have a discussion with her? How did it go?
Not really.
Was it just?
It was just, Jordan couldn't do it anymore. He no bad blood with Jordan at all. We're still Facebook friends and we talk every now and then. But he, I don't think LA was for him. It's not for everybody. And he wound up moving home, which is cool. We were debating doing a long distance thing. Anyway, it didn't work out for Southwest Terror Fest, and we needed. We were going to do Southwest Terror Fest last year. We were going to do it instrumentally. I was going to try to maybe yell into the microphone a few times, but we just couldn't do it. And then Menno from Lightning Swords of Death, and I play in the Venom cover band Sons of Satan with him. He works at MI, and he's like, hey, I know somebody that might be able to jump in. And it was Kate, and Kate we knew. She's also a great photographer. So she took our pictures. Actually, they're in the Terrorizer magazine, the double page, whatever. So we knew her, and she just was organic. The answer, a long answer for a short question. It was organic. I mean, she just came in and it just clicked right off the bat. And there's been little discussions here and there about because she's kind of doing her own thing with it, which is cool. Like tonight, it's just a little bit of improvisation type stuff. And I so far, it's like, well, if I hear something I don't like, I'll say something. But it's been cool so far. So, and that's my answer.
Thank you.
One of the things that I find very interesting is the fact that now that you are able to fill in the puzzle, again, I got to say this for the third time. That's amazing, dude. That doesn't exist, especially in Los Angeles, to find a vocalist. Second time was a miracle in itself. Third time, that's just dude, that's a gift in itself. But here's the deal. I like what you do because you, as you mentioned, you're taking it upon yourself to hold the virtues and the foundation of the band, but incorporate your own style, which leads me to my next question. New music. The whole camaraderie is there. The whole organic chemistry is there. Has this refueled a whole new process for new music?
Somewhat. We're writing. The difference this time is we're kind of taking our time. When Jordan joined the band, it was, we lost our friend, Kevin. He was not only my band member, but our friend. And I think, I don't much like talking about this stuff, but it's like, I think in the healing process, we really wanted to
keep moving forward.
Well, not just keep moving forward, but finish what we had started with Kevin, because a couple, of the riffs, a lot of the riffs, and like Mithridates was written in its completion musically with him, and I really wanted to finish what we had started with him. I didn't know if it was going to go past a record, but it worked out with Jordan. We played Roadburn and got to tour Europe and did some cool stuff. It's a different vibe right now because I think we're kind of taking our time because it is different. I even thought about should we change the name of the band, but I started Behold the Monolith, and then I met Kevin. No disrespect to anybody, but because it was truly our band, and Chase really didn't come into completion until he joined for the second record. So it's not my band, but it's like if I started something else, I would miss playing the songs that we started with Behold the Monolith. You know what I mean? So it's like I still want to move forward with it. It's different. It seems like it's a different project every album, and it wasn't intentional. It's just worked out that way. I forgot what the question was. What was the question?
No, I mean, you said it properly. I mean, one of the things that I've enjoyed is you're right. It's moved on with another chapter, and with each chapter, it's a whole new dynamic to the band. Where in some cases, let's just say, with other bands that don't have that fortune, that luck, it tends to get watered down, and eventually it's jump the shark kind of like.